Okie dokie, it looks like we're now live. Hello there everyone, and welcome to another JackalMan SRB2 character replay stream, where we're going through my backlog. No, I suppose backlog's not the correct term. We're going through all of the characters I've played in the past, here in SRB2, and revisiting them, ready for the 5k subscriber special, so I can go and write up my thoughts on them, ready for that, so I can rank them properly for the SRB2 character ranking. Now, in today's video, we have 3 characters, maybe 4, maybe not. I'll explain. We have Ryder, the Falcon, I believe he is. We have Blaze the Cat, and we have Mario. Now, technically, Rust characters, expect them as 2 different characters, but Super Mario, I don't think I've ever played Luigi. Maybe if I end up doing him in a future review, maybe we'll come back and revisit him and all the rest of that, and it'll end up in the ranking. But because I haven't played him in the past, he's not technically in the ranking yet. So I think we're just going to stick with Mario. They're mostly the same, I believe. So it shouldn't be too bad. Again, maybe in the future. But we're going to start with Ryder. Just because he's the most, I suppose you might say, unique. I don't think that's quite the right term, but he's the only OC we've got today. Otherwise, we're looking at Blaze, obviously from the Rust Characters mod, and then we're looking at Mario, who, funnily enough, is not a unique character. Now, Ryder's thing is that he is very bulky, which gives him a different jump arc to everyone else. He drops quite quickly. He's a very heavy bird, so he has this strange thing where he has a very floaty jump. He can jump very high, but then falls back down to the ground very quickly. So I will admit that it's a little bit off. Feels a bit off at the moment. He can also, let's see if we can jump far enough here. Yes, if he jumps far enough, he can create creates an AoE damaging attack when he lands, kind of like Super Knuckles does, except obviously Super Knuckles it's over the wall, this it's the floor. His abilities are, with double jump, he can do a pillar, which you can also, if you time it right, then jump off separately again for a lot of height. You have to hold jump, and then when you let go, you can jump off like that. But if you time it right, you can jump off while it's still active and get the momentum from that. Its other ability is to throw blocks like this. Right, okay, that's targeting. You can change your target using your movement commands. I believe there's also a way to just kind of drop them in front of you. But I'm not quite sure how, because they're clearly not doing that here. Like watching the display thing, they just show them kind of being dropped at his feet, but I'm not sure how you go about doing that. No, it's not R2 either. Yeah, not sure with that one, but, of course that has its worth. It's also generally heavy, so you can just fall on top of things. You don't need to be jumping to do so. I'll be honest, the pillar's the main thing that I think we'll be using for a lot of this. I believe it should also... Okay, he's not immune to spikes. I think I might be getting him confused with Mario in that regard. Because again, I was reading all of their reviews, reading all of their mod description quite early, just before this, a couple of months ago. He doesn't look like your style of gameplay. Yes, he's very bulky. I think I talked about this in my review of him. He's a lot slower than the average SRB2 character. He really does play very differently. I don't recall thinking that his jump was as strange as it is here, though. I don't think I brought up his jump, but it really does feel strange. Yes, there you go. He can break things just by walking into them, I believe. So he is a pretty good explorer. It's a bit strange he can't do that with crates and stuff though, if you can do it with breakable walls and stuff. But who am I to judge? The other thing that will be interesting is trying out his super form, because I last played this guy before I started looking at that sort of thing with characters, so it'll be interesting to look at that. It's a bit awkward throwing stuff because it's not the way that I would have done it. Like, it's inverted controls effectively, so that's throwing me off a little bit. Go right over his head. There isn't a lock on, which I think would probably help with the fact that he feels a bit slow. Like, I'm stopping dead, I'm not moving, and that's not very normal for SRB2. I'm glad there's the little red reticle that shows that you are indeed hovering over the guy. You are going to hit, and it's not like going to fly over. You'll also note that he doesn't take very much knockback at all. He basically doesn't have any. Now, the awesome, he is too heavy, not gonna lie. Yeah, it does feel a bit off the jump. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not loving him so far. I can't recall what I gave him in my original review, but I think it's probably gonna be lower than that. Because I remember feeling fairly positive about him, but this feels very off. Maybe it's just the fact that I played a lot more SRB2 since then, so something being slightly off feels like a bigger deal than it once was. You really do have to perfect your timing to get the whole triple jump thing going off of those pillars. Because again, he falls so quickly that you're not going to be able to recover from it if you mess it up. Does the red thing appear for enemies? Yes, it does. It's not just bosses. Saw right over an enemy there. That's good. I think a better way to do him is like heavy. What with? Do you mean that by like a charge jump? Like that? Because yeah, I think that would kind of work. Or do you mean like the fact that you have to hold down a button to let him run? Because I could also see that working to an extent. But yeah, he does feel a bit off. It does feel like a bit of a rough draft almost. This will be interesting. Can he manage Knuckles' route? He can at least get up there. It'd be good if I actually did the jump when I pressed the jump button and it wasn't just swallowed up by the game. Right, first of all, we actually have to get over there. So we can land on the pillars we've already produced, and then with the super fast, with a heavy fall, we can indeed get down there. So that's good. Attacking enemies is very clunky, unless you just do the usual Bannock bounce. Trying to be smart and using your actual ability for it doesn't work. It's good against bosses, and that's kind of it. But the problem with it is that he's kind of got like a blind spot right in front of him. Where, like, for example, the buzzers, if they're there, there's not much you can do about it. Did it too early. Right, we'll stay here. I don't think we're going to get the column up in time. There we go. Now, the thing I just realized and remembered, see, like, if it's right in front of us, we're struggling to hit it. There we go. I think he is I don't think he's actually, as much as he looks a lot taller, I don't think he is actually any taller than the vanilla roster. Or certainly it looks like he's still able to fit in one by like the crawl gaps that say Sonic can. Whereas a couple of other characters I've been taking that with, they haven't been able to get through that. So as much as he looks a lot bulkier, it looks like he has a pretty normal hitbox size. Design-wise as well, I talked about that in my review. He's very square. Like when he's running around and stuff. It doesn't feel quite right. Like look at that. That doesn't quite feel right, you know? There we go. I think it's just the fact that I'm having to unlearn a lot of my usual routes, just because, again, different jump arcs and all the rest of that. Even when characters change their physics, you generally can get away with the usual route, because you just, as much as they have changed their system, they're still jumping. I don't know what I'm saying. As much as they might have slightly different physics, they're still got the same jump arc, but because the jump arc's completely different, you're having to rethink it. I think just a homing system for the boulders when fighting enemies would also do a lot. Even if it was just like a homing button, like you could press custom 1 or whatever, and it would start homing in on enemies rather than being free aim. I think that would help a lot. Looks like he just goes to sleep for his idle animation. It's a bit dull. Ah, messed it up. Yeah, not loving him. Oh, come on. I don't even know why I didn't get my jumper there. I just slid right off. Pillars, unfortunately, do not count for landing on the ground ready for your next pillar. They unfortunately do not count for that. So that throws off some strategies quite a bit. Oh. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Right, I mean overall gameplay, he should have a higher jump to help with the heaviness. Also a toggle run is good, the throw move shouldn't be a full stop and carry momentum after using it. I think he does jump higher than usual. I think that's the point, he's like a heavy bird, so he jumps higher, but then falls faster. Which is part of the reason that the movement feels so strange, because it's not just the fact that you're falling faster, it's the fact that you're falling faster after you've already fallen, you've like started falling slower. It's not a particularly natural jump arc. Like even if you just fell fast but then didn't ascend very quickly, so like heavy, that would feel pretty normal, but it's the fact that you're already going higher without having to charge things up, and then you're falling faster, it's a bit off. Just taking my shoes off. The toggle run is good. Not sure. I don't know how that would work. And then the throw move shouldn't be a full stop, and it should carry momentum with it. That as well. Not sure about that. I think the throw move in general is just could have gone through a couple more iterations. I'm not sure what they could have done to it, but yeah, it just doesn't quite feel right as it is. I think having like a quick release effectively would do a lot. Like to drop it straight to your feet rather than having to kind of awkwardly to be able to drop the blocks at your feet. Let's see, can I throw them onto here? Yes, I can. So like for example, I have to do this if I want to stack them up. Oh, great. I believe it's toss flag to destroy everything like that. Oh, come on. I was 100% over the waterline there. Yeah, I don't... His hitboxes are a little bit strange. Oh, yeah. I'm not feeling this guy. Not at all. I'm going to skip him. We'll go to Castle Eggman and we'll try Arid Canyon and we'll see what his super form's like, if he has one. I think if it's greyed out, then that means he doesn't, or at least it doesn't bode well for them having one. We do also have the Soul Emeralds collected, and I don't think they're given to you with Pandora's Box, so we might have to look into that. Like how we're going to get those to try out Blaze. You can see how Bad Egg Bouncing is very effective if you already have some height. Right, how does he deal with these swings? Does he fall up very fast on these as well? Doesn't look like it, which is good. It's a good thing. Oh, he does have a super form. Bit of a strange one, but there we are. Whoa! Ooh. Well, that was anticlimactic. Let's just go and do a little bit of cheating. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, so it doesn't look like he's got like any changes to the moveset. Oh no, he does. You can just spam this now. Never mind. Blocks. I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like it might still be limited to 5. Looks like it's a time thing as well, so yeah. But JackalMan, when are you going to live stream SRB2 The Past? I haven't played it yet, so that's something I'll be looking into. I'm also planning to live stream the new Sonic Adventure 2 Blast update, the one that added the Chow Garden. See, this is the awkward thing. Someone asked in the last stream how they could play the Chow Garden and like having Tiny Chow and all the rest of that in SRB2, and I was like, I don't think you can. And then a day later I'm downloading SA2 Blast, and what do you know? It's got a Chow Garden. So if you end up watching that, the guy who asked me that, can't remember who it was, but if you end up asking that again, know that it turns out there actually is a Chow Garden in SRB2. You need to download SA2 Blast. The best way to describe him is clunky, because we can see the vision, but the execution isn't as good. Yeah, no, that's pretty much that. That's pretty much it. Like, there was a good idea here, but there's just a lot of awkward things. Throw 'em off. I mean, I say that, but even then, the concept of like a heavy bird, so you're jumping high but then falling very quickly, that just, I think that'd feel off no matter how you executed it. Again, maybe with like a charge jump, but I think that would kind of throw off the bird part of the equation. You'd kind of get like the heavy bit, but then the bird kind of falls through. Yeah, I think there's just a lot of things off. Like, there's things you could do to make it better, but I don't know whether there's anything you could do to like outright fix the character. I think they'd always feel a bit off. But yeah, we'll go through our Canyon and Castle Eggman just because they're thematically appropriate, but I think we'll head over to Blaze faster than we usually do because I'm really not feeling the guide. It was me, and thanks for telling me. Yes, so if you want the Chow Garden now, you wanna go download SA2 Blast. It's been improved quite a bit since the last time I played it. I did a playthrough on the channel. And it was pretty good. I don't know what form like my coverage of the new update would take, whether I do another update or not. Because I feel like if you do that, you need to know like things like the Chow locations and Chow keys and all the rest of that, so that you can make as complete a playthrough as possible. But I don't know that, and it's not like there's really a guide, so I'm gonna have to go and spend a lot of time researching where it all is, how you get A ranks, all the rest of that, if I want to make a decent playthrough of it. Speaking of playthroughs, hoping to start Altered Beast today. It's not out yet, I haven't recorded it, but it's not a long game. Levels can be very short if you get it done well, so yeah, hopefully by the end of the day there'll be a new Altered Beast episode out. Can we throw blocks at you? Yeah, just about, but it's clunky. If I finish this early, I might just go and play some Altered Beast, record footage, get some food while the playthrough loads, and then that's it. The fact that the blocks slide a little bit, it's good for hitting enemies, because if the block's still moving, it looks like it still damages them. I don't know why you bounced off that. It's not so good when you're like trying to place them down for stacking. Nerd polling, as the Minecrafters probably want to call it. Oh, this is gonna do me in. It's strange, like he's bigger sometimes, but then other times the moveset doesn't affect him at all. Great, I've now got like an entire side of the arena blocked off. There we go. Toss flag does destroy everything, which helps clean things up like that. Oh, come on! Right, please hit. Ah, screw it. I'm not going through all of that. See, yeah, no, it definitely has a higher jump. It's not just the larger character that's throwing me off. He definitely has a larger one. Oh, I think I'm going to regret that. Oh no, there's a little bit of safe ground before you hit any cacti, so we're good. I'm still going to make the character mod, but if they do that, I'll cry. Was that the Chow you were mentioning, I think, last couple of streams ago? I doubt they're ever going to introduce Chow to SA2 Blast. Even the gardens, mostly just like a collection room, so you can see the Chow you've collected. They don't move around or anything. Oh, come on. It looks like the blocks break if you are going to be crushed. I think it'd probably be better if they just stopped early. Oh, we'll just go the long way around. I'm sending mods to you. That's cool. I'll have a look at them and then decide whether or not I'll preview them. Still need to go and ask Ruby. They said that they'd send over a mod for preview a couple of streams ago. Haven't sent over anything yet, so I'm gonna have to go and ask whether that was like when it's ready or not. Oh, that's handy, having a super form ready. I was like, oh, okay, we're dead. But nope. Infinite pillars saves us. In general, I think the fact that he's got teeth in his beak is throwing me off. I think that's why I'm having a hard time visualizing him as a bird, because in so many ways he barely is. Oh, it'd be interesting to see. Right, we're gonna go to the Fang fight, and then we're gonna go to the final boss, because I want to see what he does with the missiles in that fight. I want to see how much they affect him. Right. Here we are. Yeah, nothing that way, so... Speedster says, hello there. Hello. Right, this section's pretty easy because it's just breaking through all of the holes in the ground. Right, this section always throws me off. Because it has some pretty... Oh, what was that? What was that orange thing? Is that something to do with a different character? Or... Right. I'm going to kill myself because... In the game. I'm going to end it there. And I want to go back and see what that orange thing was on the track. Hopefully it's still there. It's not like... moves around after each death. Because that... I haven't seen that before. I'm curious what it is. Oh, is it like because we got Blaze, we got Rust characters logged on, it's the emblems are different or something, maybe? I think that's where an emblem usually spawns, so it might be something to do with that. Right, do these break spikes? Yes, they do. And then the block comes with us. Well, there you go. Pet rock. Can we land on it? Yes, we can. Well, there you go. It is pretty impressive how much physics stuff the blocks are capable of. Get over here, nice and easy. Skip past all the view. I really did think that this would be the kind of character who would be able to break these blocks. Before we move on, what happens if we stick a block in front of the minecart? Interesting. Kind of like forced upwards. And Canyon is a chill song. It's not my favorite, to be honest. I think my favorite's probably Techno Hill or Egg Rock, maybe. I grown fonder of Egg Rock as well. Greenflower Mountains, kinda boring. It's iconic, but like, yeah. I think I've heard it too much at this point. Techno Hill's kind of groovy if you will. Deep Sea's a bit boring. Castle Eggman's pretty good. Arid Canyon's not great. Yeah. No, as much as it's varied and unique and all the rest of that, I think I've just heard the SRB2 soundtrack too much at this point. So it's just... Oh no, we are fighting this guy, because I want to see how his bombs affect us. Because again, we have reduced knockback, so it should be that the bombs do very little. the pop gun's kind of thrown off by it. We're going to wait until the train opens up fully. And then there'll be oh, sorry, tired again. A lot more bombs flying around at that point. Oh. Oh, that. Don't know why I was able to jump in the middle of that, but that's fine. You can kind of block attacks with the blocks, which is kind of fun. Right, hit me with a bomb. Somewhere where I am not thrown off completely, because that was just been a waste. Oh, of course I was invincible at the time. Bomb. There we are. Yeah, barely goes anywhere. Where are you now? Here? Right, nope. Is that you done? Yes. Yeah, but so far going to play Tails, but without the jump and no spam, so you'll be on the ground, and when you hold the jump button, you fly. Oh, right, your mod, okay. As I thrown off there, I was like, I don't think Ryder's particularly similar to Tails. Yeah, no, yeah. Your character, fair enough. Right, come on. This is the one time I want you to, like, whip out the missiles really quickly. Oh, yeah, there you go. I mean, that's going to make this fight a lot easier, but I'm really bored just playing with this guy, so we're going to just leave and move on to the next guy. Sorry if you're a huge Ryder the Falcon guy, but I was not enjoying that at all. So we're going to move on to someone I like significantly more, or remember liking significantly more. Blaze the Cat. Now, Blaze has a couple of abilities. Most of them, they're trying to replicate Sonic Rush. So, we have the Accelerator Tornado. You can kind of hold down, jump to kind of float upwards, I suppose you would say. And then you can kind of hold it afterwards for a slow fall. It's not a particularly high double jump. I don't think it goes as high up as your first jump. Right, other than that, you also have a new version of the Spin Dash. You're vulnerable while charging it up, unlike Sonic. But the bonus is you have significantly better handling afterwards. Oh yeah, Ryder was probably an explorer. Not a particularly great one, but that's where I'm going to place them. Right, the other thing you'll notice this entire time that I've kind of avoided using thus far is the aura surrounding Blaze. And that's not just because he's cool. If you can hold that, then you can press L2 or hold L2 and you'll kind of boost forwards. Again, they're really trying to replicate Sonic Rush here. It's like a sort of on-demand boost mode, but it's a boost in every other capacity. But the only difference is that you have the option to avoid having to use it. Now, let's see if we can fight this guy without taking damage. We're going to be quite cautious here because we really don't want to get hit. Because the way that you unlock the Soul Emeralds is by completing boss fights, such as this. There you go. Right, one more hit. Yeah, the way you can collect your Soul Emeralds is rather than having to go into special stages or whatever, so they're not a complete replacement for the Chaos Emeralds. They are instead unlocked by beating the bosses without taking damage. And if we... I think I got rid of my progress showcase thing that I used to have mapped to that to go and fit some of the toss flag and fire normal guns and stuff onto it. But I'm fairly certain, rather inconveniently for us, that the usual way that we get our emeralds, which is just by using Pandora's box, I'm fairly certain that doesn't work for the soul emeralds. I'm fairly certain because they're seen separately from the chaos emeralds, I don't think they're covered by it, which is a problem for us, because I want to show off Burning Blaze before we have to beat Black Eggman. So we'll do the usual thing. We'll go to Castle Eggman. We'll see whether we have, when we go and use our Pandora's box, whether we get all of the emeralds or not. And if we don't, there is a command. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is, but there is a command we can use. Right, I don't believe she can break through stuff like that. She is a speedster. Much as she has a little bit more vertical movement than the average speedster, she is very much still a speedster. There you go. I'm not sure whether you get more horizontal or more verticality out of your fire tornado when you're boosting. It kind of feels like it, but that might just be something to do with the way momentum works or something. I believe she's also got some interactions with fire in Red Volcano, so that'll be interesting to see. Right, I think we're better off using the double jump to get down here faster, rather than trying to use it here. Also, very good sprites, you know, so come as no surprise. This is, Rust Characters is developed by Inazuma, as usual. Inazuma is a pretty great sprite artist, but also a lot of friends as well. So, pretty all-star collective worked on these guys. So Rust Characters is Blaze, obviously, and then Marine the Raccoon as well from Adventure, Rust Adventure. So, strong cast. Obviously, Marine's a pretty much unique moveset on account. Oh, come on. Yeah, so we're taking damage. We don't get the Soul Emerald anymore. You have to do it all damageless. Let's see what her idle animation is. Let's see, at least from the back. Just turns around. It's a bit boring. Went a bit askew there, so missed the bridge. Right, we're gonna go the long way. We're gonna go the long way around because I don't want to go for that route. Seen it plenty of times. We're going to go this way. Just for a bit of variety. That's fine. As much as that disappears, we can still glide over to this way, so we're fine. See, producing bubbles instead of fire when underwater, that's kind of cool. Hate these things, like keep running into them. They're sexy. Yeah, she produces bubbles while underwater, not fire. Nice attention to detail. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Blaze. She's one of my favorite Sonic characters. Maybe not, but I'd say she's like, if my favorites are all S tier, in terms of how much I enjoy them, I'd say that Blaze is pretty easy A tier. Do like her a lot, even if again not quite on the level of like favorite, but definitely strong. I got one friend who really liked Blaze, like had a full-on fan art folder of her. Used to mock him for it. So yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was probably his favorite Sonic character. Don't know whether it still is. But yeah. Kind of surprised that, to my knowledge, he doesn't have any interaction with Silver. It's a pretty popular duo, so I figured they might have had like some sort of, if you have both mods loaded, something happens going on, but doesn't look like it. Oh, messed up the timing there. Thanks, Bubble. Didn't really need you. Oh, could have broken through those spikes there. You unfortunately don't get your Center Tornado Center, can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, back if you break monitor, which is a bit of a shame, but there we are. I do like it when a moveset tries to incentivize Bannock bouncing. Or comboing, I suppose you should say, when you're talking about something that also includes monitors. It's not quite Bannock bouncing, is it? It's just bouncing in general. I will say that her sprites, while she's in the water, feel a lot paler than the rest of them. Like when she's still, she's a lot paler than when she's running. I think that's just, you know, turn of the head and all the rest of that, but it does feel a little bit off. Oh, great. We lost the Soul Emeralds, there's not really any incentive to not just be going for it now. Though I'm doing particularly bad. I don't know why all of a sudden now I'm playing as a character where you can't be damaging in boss fights. I'm suddenly getting damaged a ton. Like, come on, I don't usually take anywhere near that much damage, if I can even get hit at all. Alright, we're gonna go activate all emeralds and see whether we get the Soul Emerald for it. Alright. As much as it's a different set of emeralds, it's still the same rules, so we need to get 50 rings and then we can go activate our super or burning form, I suppose. I don't know whether the Soul Emeralds have like a single consistent name for all of the super forms. Obviously Blaze is Burning Blaze, but then I don't think anyone else has ever actually used the Soul Emeralds to transform. The Soul Emeralds were used to give Sonic his memories back in IDW, I know that much. And I saw some people making, like, putting it on the Sonic wiki as Burning Sonic, but that's not really correct. Okay, so we're not transforming, which I'm taking as we don't in fact have the soul emeralds. So let's see. I think it sounds really boring, like get all soul emeralds, I think. There is a command for it. You'll have to give me a moment to look for it. So sorry for the sound cutting off, but I think that at least the video should still be there. So give me a sec. SRB2 get all soul emeralds. This please be a command. Please be a command. That's so form. Oh, come on. That doesn't help me. Reddit's usually good. Nope, they're just talking about what you need to do to get the soul emeralds. That's not what I want. I just want the soul emeralds. Set emeralds, no, that's boring. Don't want that. Those are set emeralds, that's not what I'm asking. There is something for having all 7 Chaos Emeralds though, with Custom 2. I always forget which one I've actually set to Custom 2. Though, that looks like it's a separate thing, whatever. Bah, okay. Nothing's really working. I'm fairly certain I asked this somewhere before, which makes it extra frustrating. Right, I might have asked it on Discord. Again, sorry for the lengthy break, but I am looking for this. Right. Soul emeralds, let's see. Oh, right, okay, let's see. Does this work? Or is my Discord trolling me from way back? Ah, yeah. And I was like, are they gonna be trolling me? That's a bit too obvious. But yeah, type in Sylvays and you just die. Come on. Come on. Is there really not? Is there really not a command? I swear I remember that. Damn. If one of you guys know it, that would be very useful, but it really does look like there's no command. which is annoying. I remember why I don't ever talk about Soul Emerald support for characters, just because it's like, what do you want me to do for them? I'm not going through every single character and beating them, because you can't even warp with the Pandora's box if you're doing that. It's not, you have to play individual levels. You have to beat the entire game on a fresh save file without using Pandora's box. And it's like, I can do that easily, but it's just a bit boring to do with everyone every time. I can only have so, like, if I could have unlimited save files maybe, but the fact that I can only have however many of them. Why did my jump just cut out? Also, I think I pressed down on the right command stick, because now... I think I pressed down on the right command stick, because all of a sudden my camera's a bit squished. Oh, I'm really not on it today. Really not on it. Right, we'll go this way because I don't think I had the height that time. There we go. Oh, we can boost. I was like, it took so long trying to find this sonar thing. It's like, wait, why is there effects around us? Oh yeah, duh. Yeah, there is also a reward for collecting all Chaos Emeralds, but unfortunately, you also need a bunch of extra emblems for it. So it really is like a pain. It's like all of the bonuses are there just to stop me from being able to do it all conveniently for these reviews. Really don't know what to add, to be honest. My head's gone. I've been really tired the last couple of days, despite getting plenty of sleep. So it's just like I'm not on the ball. I think I'm writing too much. Like, I'm writing reviews for characters. I'm writing reviews for games. I'm writing reviews for films, or for videos that aren't going to be ready for months and months. I think I'm just writing too much. And then also more writing beyond that for like work and stuff. So it's just, oh, it's getting to me. And then I still haven't decided on what the next video is going to be. I'm thinking it might be SRB2 Generations, because I think that's done now. I mean, I've seen a couple of people doing stages from like Egg Rock for Sonic Generations, SRB2 Generations, and I'm going to assume that if that's a thing, then that's probably not going to be like anything but the last stage you add to the game solely. So I'm going to assume that if that's that, then SRB2 Generations is complete enough for review. So I think that might be my next video. I was planning on doing an SA2 Blast, a new playthrough with the new version, but again, with the whole SAO thing and all the rest of that, I feel like if I am going to do that, I need to have knowledge about where everything is first to make it fair, to make it a informative playthrough. Oh, come on, my inputs were eaten again. Love no coyote time. Oh. I don't even know how it got hit. That seemed a lot lower than I was at the time. Willem Ty says, yo, hello. Hello there, Willem Ties. Is that Frontiers? Sonic Frontiers in your profile picture? Have you guys seen the leaks? Or not the leaks, but the fact that we might be getting a Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition that's got, what's it called? I think it's, what is it, age verification certified? Whatever the term is, in Korea. So I've seen a couple of people talking about that. Be interesting to see what they might add, because, I mean, Sonic Frontiers, it's not exactly old enough to need a remaster, but there's enough glitzes that it could probably justify it. Not out of like, oh, it needs a visual update, but like, okay guys, we get it. There's still a lot of bugs. We'll fix them. So I think we can just fly up. Yeah, we just about have enough power to get up here. And also to get around the arena, which is convenient. Though we need to be careful not to land in the midst of the egg robos. Yep, good. Oh yeah, okay, we did get the Soul Emerald. It's like, what's the noise for? After getting hit in all of the last stages, threw me off. And Myra asks, hiya, I'm back. I'm sorry I missed the last streams. Have you played Adventure Sonic yet? No, I have not. I haven't actually played many Sonics yet. Considering how many I've done over time, I've only done what, Extra Life. Okay, well technically I was supposed to have done X Sonic, but I was not feeling it, so that's been delayed to a future stream. And then yeah, Extra Life, Green Eyes, I suppose. Yeah, I've done Green Eyes. Have done anyone else? I haven't done Neo Sonic, I haven't done Modern Sonic, I haven't done Adventure Sonic. I don't know whether Frontier Sonic is in the roulette. I don't know whether I had played as them when I've begun these streams. The timeline's a little bit fuzzy there at the moment. But yeah, I haven't done many Sonics in all on. Oh, OVA Sonic, that was the other one we've done. And S3 Sonic. So yeah, we've done OVA Sonic. Oh, you mother. Yeah, we've done OVA Sonic, S3 Sonic, and Green Eyes. And Extra Life if you count him. But we haven't done many of the bigger, more high-profile Sonics I've done. And again, technically supposed to have done X Sonic, but I don't like them a lot, so I figured I'll have to go and play that either on my own or give them their own dedicated stream later on. In your old video about Blaze, you said you would make a video about Soul Emeralds and Super Forms. What happened with that? I'll be honest, I've just been looking through the Discord server trying to find a command to get the Soul Emeralds easily, in the same way that you have like Pandora's Box. I think I genuinely just forgot I said that, to be honest. Like, I never gave a reason, so I think I might genuinely have just forgotten I said that I was going to make a third part. I might have described it somewhere else, like why I didn't, but for the life of me, seeing as that was like nearly 4 years ago at this point out, I think I did just genuinely forget I said I was going to go and do a third episode. Because I can't... Oh, for crying out loud. No coyote time. Yeah, because I can't find a reason why I didn't. I think I did just forget I said I was going to. Or maybe I just got... Again, this was in 2022, so I wasn't very good at the game yet. Like, if I wanted to, I could probably get a save file with Blaze and Marine and just get through them quickly in terms of describing their super forms. You know, go and beat everyone damageless. It's not too hard. If you're patient with it, I could do it off camera pretty quickly. But back then, maybe not. Maybe it was a bit more of a tall order back then. So yeah, I think I did just genuinely forget I said I was going to do that. I don't think there's anything deeper to it than that. I think we can just fly over here. Yes. Oh, lucky timing. And the spikes. Just about got the speed shoes. Oh, this is going to throw me off. I keep doing that. And it's a bad idea. You shouldn't, really shouldn't. You should be a bit more moderate with it, because else that happens. There is a mod that allows you to pair up any 2 characters you want. Just pair an OP character with Blaze Marine and beat the bosses that way. Yeah, I don't need that extra help, to be honest. Again, I could do it. Once I've got a complete save file, I could probably just spend 10 minutes beating the boss's damage list and get it done. I just haven't got around to it. Again, it was a bit more of a tall order back then. I wasn't as, you know, as much as it doesn't look it. I like to think I'm fairly good at the game at this point. Like, I know a lot about how it plays and all the rest of that. He says as he goes and throws himself to his doom. Oh my god, man. Right, well, to be honest, pretty much the rest of this level is just... Most of the rest of that level is just minecarts. So, awkward, but we're going to skip. I promise you I'm good at this game. I pinky promise. I really am. I'm just stupid and impatient. I spent 2 hours before giving up on beating Metal Sonic damageless. Metal Sonic's not that bad. I mean, we haven't got a... Like, with the vanilla characters, they're not too bad. I haven't played them as Blaze yet, so maybe it's a bit more of a struggle with them. But they are pretty vanilla style, so I don't think it should be too bad. Again, I was talking about this in the last stream. It's really more out there characters that struggle against Metal Sonic. Just because Metal Sonic's a bit... I was miles away from the last. But it's just because Metal Sonic's gets a bit antsy when you're coming at them and you're not necessarily damaging automatically. And that's just more common with a lot of non-vanilla modded characters. Did I already tell you that I play... Oh, play SRB2 with touch controls. Yeah, no, that probably doesn't help. Fair enough. There's a lot of people that play SRB2 on Android, and it's not something I've never dealt with. I've never had an Android, to be honest. Always kind of wanted one, just because the whole, like, ability to use APKs and stuff. Oh, I'm just trying to beat you quickly now. Oh... brother. Can you get it over with? Thank you. There we go. Yeah. I think when my current phone goes, my current iPhone goes, I'll probably get an Android. Just because they're way more customizable. Like, Apple's fine, but I think I'd prefer the extra customization and stuff you can do with a more, with the less locked down phone, like an Android. They basically discontinued SRB2 with 2.2.15. Oh yeah, people were talking about with the 2.3 update. There haven't been anything since 2.2.13, I believe people said. So yeah, very long time. So she should be able to run on lava, but she loses her rings at a rate of, I think it's 1 a second. Might be more. But considering how quickly you can move with your boost mode and all the rest of that, it's really, really no danger to just go over it. Unfortunately, you're not immune to enemies that are on fire, for example, because SRB2 doesn't discriminate damage in that way. So there's not much you can do, you can't run into those firefly based enemies. You also can't avoid taking damage from those, because I believe that they are effectively crossing damage, more so than they are fire damage. But yeah, funnily enough, because you can basically ignore the biggest threat in the level, this entire area is pretty easy. Cheap Packer says, I didn't know APKs were an Android-only thing. I don't think they're technically completely exclusive to Android. I think there are ways about it to get Androids on an iPhone, but it's just generally really inconvenient, so people, funnily enough, don't bother. It's inconvenient and it isn't as complete an option as it is on Android. But even stuff like, I believe Androids aren't as region locked. Like, I believe region locking's more of a thing on iPhones. I think it's from what I've heard, it's a lot easier to get stuff from other regions and all the rest of that. So, you know, like looking at Sonic as an example, Sonic Blitz, be good to try that out. That's in regions I can't access. I was going to say Sonic Rumble, but you know that was released fully last year. But you know, for like a year before that released fully, it would have been easier for me on an iPhone, on an Android, as far as I'm aware, to get it early with that instead of having to wait for it to release officially on iPhone. I still haven't actually played Sonic Rumble Party as it is now yet, though, so make it that what you will. Fire enemies should only take away half rings, but oh well. I think that's just a feature of the game. I don't think there's much the team could have done to avoid the fact that, like, that's just how enemies are damaged. Enemies are programmed, unless they were to set up a new system for every Bannock in the game to discern which of their attacks were like elemental, if you will. I don't think there's any way they could have avoided the fact that fire enemies just are going to deal damage to you. I meant to spin. Though I don't know why I took damage from that. Interesting that you can see Blaze's tails in her rolling sprites. I would say yeah, but considering we got the shield and all the rest of that and the aura, can't actually tell over it all. So we'll try it out here. Let's see. Can you? Oh right, in her. Do you mean like the forced ones in the vents? That makes sense. Yeah, okay, we'll have a look once we go into a vent area. Right, usually I would go over there to grab the rings, but there's really no point when we're playing as Blaze, because can't go super. And soul emeralds aren't working, so... or are working, but I can't be asked to go and collect them all. I'll try that out off camera, probably, for the full review, for a fair review. I need to pay attention when we're in like a full... yeah, here we go. Here's a full vent. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, yeah. That is interesting. I haven't played Sonic Rush, so I don't know whether that's accurate to that game. I wish they went and released Sonic Rush on modern platforms in some capacity. Again, can always emulate, but it's just nice to have all of that. Remember someone saying spinning Blaze without fire effects looks bold? I mean, I can't even see her without fire effects, so I don't know how they're judging that. Unless we're talking like Sonic Rush and the fire was a separate object. But at least in this game, you can't see it without them, so... Spin around. I do think Blaze's fighting style is pretty cool though. Like how it's kind of ballet, whereas Sonic's more breakdancing. I don't think they do much with it, because, you know, ultimately, neither of them actually do much hand-to-hand fighting in any media. But it is like an interesting, even if just on text, it's an interesting comparison. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. Oh no! Ooh, oh, ooh, ooh. I think we ended up lucking out there. Again, I like to try and skip this, but seeing as we are playing as a speedster, I know when not to push my luck. Which is why a Sonic fighting game is needed. 100% terrible at fighting games, but or an RPG. A turn-based RPG that isn't really bad is what I'm hoping for from Sonic. Like, obviously, there's Sonic Chronicles, but who wants to play Sonic Chronicles? But yeah, a Sonic fighting game. I mean, we've only had Sonic the Fighters. Yeah, and I think Sonic has technically appeared in a couple of other fighting games, but I think Sonic the Fighters is the only fighting game Sonic has had. Which kind of makes sense. That was in the big fighting game boom back then. But I wouldn't be that surprised if we see another fighting game soon enough, because we're in like a second fighting game boom, plus Sonic is the biggest he's ever been, so I wouldn't be that surprised if he gets some more like genre specific spin-offs soon enough. Like, hoping that turn-based RPG eventually materializes, because if they want to go and introduce Sonic Friends in like a simple singular package, I don't think there's much better out there than a turn-based RPG. Just saying. If that's something you are looking for, Sega and Sonic Team, I'm just saying that a turn-based RPG sounds like the perfect idea. Sonic, oh yeah, and Sonic the Battle. Is that really a fighting game though? Like that, I suppose you are fighting one opponent a lot of the time, so I suppose it is kind of a fighting game. That's a very untraditional one though, in a way that Sonic the Fighters is a pretty traditional arena fighter. I mean, it's based on the most traditional of all of them, because I'm fairly certain it's based on Virtua Fighter, which is one of the first. So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I guess Sonic Battle kind of counts. Oh, don't do this. There we go. Right, and now you're in your second form. That's easy. Sometimes you take damage here, but that's generally just because you're not being particularly aware. I like that the artwork for Sonic Chronicles is drawn like Sonic X. They should really bring back that art style. I don't know, I really don't like the Sonic Chronicles art. I think they have a couple of cool things. Like, I think Sage's design's pretty cool. I think the whole, like, two branches of the Echidna are pretty interesting. Like, you got the Knuckles clan, and then you got the... Oh, what were they called? They were like the Dark something. But I can't remember what they were the Dark of. But that was, like, an interesting thing. And then, like, the, Hex, or whatever it's called, the, like, space dimension they were in with all of the other alien species. That was also pretty cool. Nocturnus, that was it. Nocturnus. What would you consider Sonic Battle if not a fighting game? Maybe like a beat-em-up? Like a brawler? Like, sorta, I feel like it's, in a lot of ways, as much an evolution of Streets of Rage and that sort of thing, as much as it is a fighting game. I think it's a kind of a in-between sort of thing. Like, it takes elements from both genres. Like, yeah, I don't think it... Oh, you... Damn dirty Eggman. Isn't the acid supposed to go at this point? It's been damaged. Why's the acid not going? Yeah. I mean, we can basically ignore anything that is in the missiles, though, which is to our benefit. Like, this is completely harmless to us. And then when the bombs start appearing, they're also harmless. Is that just going to be there forever now? Do I just need to lead you straight back to the thing again? Like, get out from it. This is the one time that I'm going to ask you to get out from underneath the acid. Generally, it's trying to corral you into it. Oh, you... I'm dirty ape. Oh, no. I'm curious what caused this. What is it about Blaze or Mario or whoever it is that caused that? That's just stopping that acid from disappearing. Still not going. See, this is as much camera control as I get. For whatever reason, the game doesn't let me move the camera up and down. But if I press down the right joystick, I can make it go up, but not down. There's no way for me to get it to go back down, which is really annoying. But there we are. That's Blaze. Good character. I think he's probably one of the better vanilla style characters out there. I'm gonna have to play her a little bit outside of this just to get some of the side stuff, like the Soul Emeralds and all the rest of that. In Sonic Rush, Blaze was slow on the ground but fast in the air. I wish he would have been faster in the air here too. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I haven't played Sonic Rush. Right, Mario. Let's do the secret stages for him. Why not? Oh, I was about to say, where's he gone? Right, okay, so Mario's got a lot, but I don't think there's anything that we're not got access to. So it's the triple jump. We got the ground pound. Spin on the grounds, just a crouch. I think there is a way for you to do a backflip. Yes, there you go. You can also spin by, like, twisting the joystick around. You can also use toss flag, but that's inconvenient on a controller, or at least on my control scheme. Yeah, also different changes to all of the item boxes are all different. So for example, as you saw there, the coin box, twisting around things kind of a bit annoying, but there we are. Custom 1, I believe, is the dedicated attack button. So in the air, that's a dive, which you can't jump out of, which feels a bit off. That feels like something you should be able to dive from, but you can't, unless if you land near a wall. That just is what it is. Ah yes, my favourite Sonic characters, Marinkyo and Luli. Yes. Right, we can't do pipe towers, because I still haven't got around to downloading the music replacement mod that I said I would. Rotate stick for spin, ground pound, water, side flip. Can you side flip? Is that going to be easy to do? No, that's the back flip. Is it the whole, while you're skidding thing, like it was with the other guy? Yes. The wall jump isn't as effective as it was with N64 Mario. And I really think they should probably, move the camera with you. Feels a bit off that they don't. At least you can kind of like belly flop repeatedly on the ground. I really did think it was a hammer. Is that a different ability? Is it true that Mario and Luigi have no idle animation? Well, let's have a look. I mean, it sure seems so, because they're not doing anything. Right, as you can see here, everything causes a different... It said that square. It said that the custom buttons were your power-ups abilities, so I don't know what that was. Don't know why I keep doing dives on the ground. Like the download page said that square should be the hammer, so I don't know why it's just doing more flips, more dives. Not the other custom buttons either, so I really don't know why he's only doing dives. There is a menu for Mario where you can... Yes, you are correct. I believe that's Mario_menu. Let's see. Mario_menu. Mario menu. Right. And then if we... There we go. Yes, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. We're going to turn off spin on stick. It's not doing much for us. We'll try force hammer. Let's see what that does. Ah, controls. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay, we can just remap. Right, spin button on... Let's say... Let's say custom 1. We'll say that the attack buttons custom 2 and the ability buttons custom 3. Just to make things easy. Do we do the second colour? Nah, I reckon we're good with that. Right. Yep, that's... Okay, we can't do the dive anymore, though. Okay, we're going to need to go and keep editing that. Have you played Mario 64? No, I have not. I was asked that on the last stream. I have not played Mario 64. Crazy as that sounds. What happens if we die? Is it just going to reappear when we respawn? No, great. Right, Mario menu... Don't want to spin on stick. Really feel there should be one of these for dive as well, but if it is what it is. Right, spin button, we'll stick, keep that on toss flag, I guess. We don't need to spin that often. And then let's see, does that let us dive now? No, I just can't dive, is that it? Why is it just, like, stop me from diving? I've gone to remove the thing that was on the dive button. It's still not letting me dive. I just want to dive. Is that too much to ask? I don't know why random Mario noises playing in the background, but that's what it is. Ah, just coins. Boring. I want to get some power-ups, because I think that's, more than anything, that's just as much part of the appeal of the mod. And now it's not even... Is that what I put as toss flag? I thought I had a different button map to that. This is the problem with the control scheme on controller. Like, it's just... I think more than anything else, that's the thing that I want them to change in 2.3. I think that their controller mapping... Because I don't think it's that crazy to say that a significant number of SRB2's player base plays on controller. It's terrible. It's awful. Like, the only thing I can compare to it, in terms of how horrible it is trying to remap it, is when you're trying to remap things with, like, the Steam input. But that's fair, because you're trying to map a keyboard to it. Like, this is a game that should, technically, have inbuilt controller support. And it feels like this to use. It's terrible. Like, again, for a game that's supposed to have inbuilt controller support... No, this is not good enough. C-. These are very slow. I remember them being a bit faster than this. I would like the dive back, please. Why won't you let me dive? Oh, is this the Mega Mushroom? Yes, it is. Not that we're getting much out of it, to be honest. Okay, I was about to say, please don't, like, kill all of our momentum, please. Right while we're over a pit. Okay, so we've seen the Mega Mushroom, we've seen the Fire Mushroom. Fire Flower, sorry, I should say. Haunted Heights, let's see. And we've got to get that dive back. I don't know why, it's just gone rid of it completely. Even now I've gone rid of the thing that was on. Map to the same button. Spin on stick controls. If I map that to custom 1. To map 2 normally. That's mapped to fire. That's a horrible button. I don't even know where I mapped half of these before, there's so many of them. That can stay custom 3. And that can remain fire normal. Do I get my dive back now? Yes, I do. It's mostly the ability button I want, because I want to try out all of these. Oof. Is that something there? Oh, you son of a gun. The problem is that they're now like 2-part release. So you have to destroy the monitor and then you still have to get to it. So in a situation like this, is it going to have despawned by the time you get there? Yes, of course it is. Why would we be so lucky? I'm not quite sure how many coins it is to replenish our health. In the last one, I think it was 8. 8 coins, and you got a slithery health back. This feels like it's less. I don't know whether it is, but it feels like it takes less coins to replenish them. Oh, I've got a ground pound. I don't know why I bothered with all of that. Up here. So far, I'm thinking he's strong, but he's not as good as N64 Mario was. Oh, I did too early. Too early. Is it 3? Is it like 4 rings? That's barely anything. 4 coins, sorry. It's barely anything. Oh, I thought I jumped over that. Right, we're just going to run through this bit. That's fine, that's good. Good and dandy. Camera's a bit off, but once it's not going through that, we can crouch. He can't roll. I think technically this guy's a more accurate representation of like playing Mario 64 than N64 Mario was, because he was edited to match SRB2 slightly, so he had some abilities that weren't in the original game. Like some physics were tweaked slightly, which is my personal preference when you're kind of porting characters over. That's what I prefer. Right, I'm going to have to hit these springs at the right time. Or wall jump, I suppose. I suppose that's more Mario, isn't it? So yeah, I think technically this generic Mario is a more accurate version of Mario 64 than the specifically Mario based on Mario 64. Which I don't think is necessarily a good thing. I think that's potentially to the mod's detriment. Right, this is... Oh, you stupid bastard. It's the mini mushroom. Did it just do nothing? That's boring. Good, I don't really like really strong characters. I'm trying to read your comment without getting hit by these jack-o'-lanterns. Oh, cack-o'-lanterns? Yes, that's it. This makes sense. Some of the abilities on 64 Ryder, like the spin. I think this guy's a more, like, medley, if you will, of Mario. A Mario medley. But as in, because, obviously, fair amount of any Mario moveset you're going to be taken from Mario 64. I think the fact that they haven't tweaked things like physics as much, he cannot, if he gets to skidding on these platforms though, he cannot start again. He just gets stuck in the skidding animation, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, I'm enjoying him though. Again, much more than I enjoyed him originally, I think. I didn't like either of the Marios that much the first time I played them. Because I think back then I wasn't a huge fan of characters that really tweaked how you played SRB2, like in terms of physics changes and stuff. I don't think I was a huge fan of that. Whereas now I'm a lot more like, yeah, no, that's a cool change. Oh! Oh, no. Wonders of the wall jump if we didn't mess it up. Oh, missed it. I was about to say, please don't send me straight into a skybox, please. Okay, you can stop pretty effectively. Why did you do that? Why did you, like, roll around? You threw me off, Mario. Oh, don't spook me like that again, please. Okay, we can react out of springs. That's good. That's a feature I think every character should have. I don't know why so many characters stick to it, abide by it. It's really bad. See, I've always struggled with this part because I never play this legitimately. I always played as a flyer or at least an explorer, so I'm not really that sure how you're supposed to actually get through it. Destroy the star. Give me the star. Give me the... There we go. I think it's this gargoyle. I think. And then, at least with Mario, we've got the power of the grab. Oh, itchy nose. That's not good. Calm down, Mario. Jeez. Whoa! Oh. That delays everything. Right, there we go. There eventually. Is that a Mega Mushroom? I believe so. It seems a bit strange that the Mega Oh. Is the, is mapped to the Speed Zoos. That feels a bit too common for it, you know? I haven't played much Mario to know whether the, whether Mega Mushroom is that special, but it always seems special to me, so it seems a bit strange mapping it to something as common as the Speed Sneakers. I mean, I suppose it didn't really have any other choice, but even so. This is the Metal Cap. I believe it's over invincibility. Oh, you sucker. Let's go this way. So, is this slightly more agreeable to Mario? Looks like it. Why did I jump over here? Why did I do that? Oh, bad ideas all around in that last bit. Oh yeah, guys, do you see the Mario movie trailer? Or the Mario movie poster that they released a couple of hours ago? Would have been? Yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, go mute the stream very quickly. Give it like 10 seconds or so. But yeah, Star Fox is in the movie. That's not something I was expecting. I mean, I know there are all of the jokes about what the Mario Cinematic Universe was leading to, the new MCU, but I wasn't really expecting them to make it real. Can you tell that the only Mario game I've played is Mario Odyssey and various Mario Karts? Why aren't you jumping? There we go. Right, what's this side? Oh, I don't know, I can't remember how this one works. I've never used this Mario power-up before, so I genuinely don't know what that was, but hope it leads to more Star Fox anything. Good. It's good to have dreams. It's good to have hopes and dreams. I don't think there's anything that's going to lead to more Star Fox happening in the modern day. Oh, you... Why does this keep happening? I think Star Fox is just a dead franchise at this point. I mean, oh my fucking god! Nintendo has brought back dead franchises in the past, so it's not like a death knell or anything. But I don't think you can really expect to be seeing any sort of like repeated, consistent Star Fox releases anymore. And I don't really know why. I don't know why out of all of Nintendo's franchises, Star Fox is the one that got really screwed over. Star Fox and F-Zero, I guess. F-Zero's not exactly having like a great schedule release, but even they got... What was the new one? F-Zero 35 or whatever it's called. The online one for Nintendo Switch Online. It was one of those, we're going to keep it up for like 1 year and then it's gone forever games they were doing for a little while. So I suppose even F-Zero's technically doing better than Star Fox is in the modern day. But yeah, I don't get why Star Fox is the one that they were like, nope, not making any more of these. This sucks. Okay, no, I was about to say, is that the balloon thing again? Because I'm not sure whether I want to get that if it's at the end of the long corridor. Is the balloon really over the apocalypse shield? It feels like a strange choice. Right, well, we don't want it again. But the movie might bring more popularity to it, yeah? I mean, yeah, it will, but that doesn't guarantee the... Oh my god! That doesn't guarantee that Nintendo's going to do anything with it. That's the problem. Let's go this way. I always go to the left. Probably being left-handed, like... biased there. What's the term? Internal biases. Missed it. Great. At least you can kind of like cancel the stagger if you dive into springs. Like if you're going to hit a wall. But as long as you dive. So that's probably a little bit of a speedrunning strat. If you don't mess it up. I could probably get over there if we were sneaky, but I'm not. So we'll go the usual way. We'll be good. Is that Fire Flower? Yes. What did I... Yes. Oh. There we go. Kind of all got out of the way, unfortunately, so... Only so much we can do. Is that where we're going? Oh, you bastards. See, this is the first time in ages I've played Aerial Garden as anything other than a flyer. And I never quite understood just how evil it was. I think maybe I might have been given Aerial Garden a few too many kudos on account of the fact that I wasn't playing it as anyone other than a flyer, but this is ridiculous. Okay, thank God you gripped onto that at the end. Right, let's see. Anything on this chandelier? Yes, over here. What's here? Ah. I was about to say, is a 1-up just going to be... Yeah, just going to be there. It's not that interesting. Can't slip through the bars. Not quite thin enough. Mario needs to cut down on the pizza and the spaghetti. I've already been here. What? What do you mean? Alright. That's enough Haunted Heights. You know what? I don't make anything off these streams anyway. I'm gonna risk it. We'll finish off with Pipe Towers and then we'll call it for today. And we'll go and do our roulette wheel for the next mod. The next set of mods. There we go. Oh! Get up here. But yeah, I gotta be honest, I think this guy is by SMS Alfredo, I think. But it really is just a worse version of N64 Mario at this point. I can't remember the order of release, I don't know whether it would have been from the start or whether that's only now. But yeah, now you've got N64 Mario to play with, it really does feel a bit of a redundant mod. You can use the hammer in the air, but it doesn't look like it damages anything. dive right over the spring. Oh, you... No! Oof. I don't really get why both this and the N64 Mario mod put the side jump thing onto like skidding. It feels really weird when you're like, because it's such a momentary thing. It feels really weird when you're going to jump and then all of a sudden you're skidding and it's like, what? Why? Oh, right, okay. Or you go to jump and all of a sudden you're at a completely different trajectory and you're like, what? Why? Oh, right, okay, because I was skidding for a third of a second. There we go, that was pretty cool. Yeah, no, Mario is fun, but N64 Mario, I think's kind of outclassed him. I mean, I haven't played the Luigis of either mod, so it might be that this Luigi is a bit more complete as a different character, but who knows. Right, with that, let's go and do our roulette wheel. Stream schedule. Roulette. Yep, there it is. Alright, and it never works, but let's see. Window capture, please go to the character roulette. Nope, of course it goes to studio again. There we go. Right, we're going to do 3 characters, or 3 mods, or 3 whatever it ends up being. Let's see who we get. Numero uno is... I've already done Meta Knight. I don't know why some mods keep reappearing in this thing, even though I keep removing them. Right, so we've got Nekoark. They're a joke character, but a fun enough one. Don't think we're going to have much to say about them. Same with most modded characters. There's just not much to them. We have, after that... Oh, I was going to say, Adventure Sonic, finally. O.png. Is it all just going to be joke characters? Because it might be a very short stream if it is, because there really isn't much to them. And... it is... Could get someone big to kind of fit us onto the side. Bandages. There you go. Got another Sonic. So this is... the Sonic from Sonic Boom. Because Mario was a side flip. Ah, that's from the skidding thing. Where you usually hold the other direction, which causes skidding. Yeah, I think that might just be the translation over from a Mario game to a Sonic game. It just feels a bit weirder here. But there you go. Next time we're doing Nekoark, O.png, and bandages. Bandages I have not covered in ages. So that'll be interesting. But then, yeah, Nekoark and O.png, they're pretty simple meme characters, so there shouldn't be too much for them. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. There's gonna be a Noted Beast episode later today, hopefully. You know, if I have the time. But for now, thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next time where we do Nekoark, O.png, and bandages. But for now, adios and ciao.